So with the recent release of the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 DLC pack number 3, we got a pretty good look at the English voices for Zamasu and Super Saiyan Rosé Goku Black. And, you know, Super Saiyan Rosé Goku Black is actually a very different voice than what he is portrayed in his base form. And I don't know if that's a video game thing or not yet, but today, me and my special guest here will be talking about the voices, giving our thoughts. Do we like them? Do we think they fit the characters? It's a video game, so maybe they can, you know, be a little bit improved in the actual anime, but I feel like they are definitely. It's not like they didn't try, obviously, but my special guest today is...
Alrighty guys, it is Qaaman here today, and I was invited by Bean from Beanie Bop Nation to do this discussion, so let's get started.
Right, now, Quinn, I think this is very split. I don't really know if it's a 50-50 split, but Zamasu is played by James Masters, and of course, you know, Goku Black, even though it might not sound like Sean Schemmel because it's a different voice, it is Sean Schemmel, and I'll leave a link to my original video where I kind of showed off the voices down below, but, you know, I think we should probably get right into Goku Black, and obviously specifically Super Saiyan Rosé. British? He's British now, I guess. For me, when I first played, I went on and had some fights with a friend. I picked him, and I'm like, is this guy really British right now? Like, is this really his voice? And I think a lot of people maybe have only heard his voice by hearing like the fight noises, like, you know, here, ha, here, you know, attack noises and stuff, and his intro quotes. If you actually go in and listen to the parallel quests, though, which I showed off in my video, it kind of gets a really nice mix of, obviously, the attack sound effects, but we get to hear dialogue between Zamasu, Super Saiyan Rose, Black, Goku, and Vegeta, and there's really nice dialogue in there that really does show off Schemmel's performance here, and I really have grown to like it quite a bit. But at the same time, really briefly touching upon it, you may have seen this, the base form of Goku Black also has some additional dialogue in the game, and it's still that really gruff and, you know, really chain smoker sounding voice. So the base form still sounds different. I don't know if that's something that's going to carry over to the anime, and I hope that it's not, because that's such a drastic change from going to, like, you know, a really a chain-smoking Goku to this sinister British guy. And I like both voices now, I feel like, but they don't mesh together very well, I don't think. What are your thoughts on the whole voice in general?
Well, for the Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black voice, I was actually surprised when I was hearing about it on the internet. When I actually played the game, I am kind of indifferent, Bean. The thing is, I think it's unique because I feel like a character such as Black in general needs to have a very different voice, but the problem is I don't like the fact that they're kind of changing Rose compared to what the Goku Black voice already was. And I was thinking, if you're going to make him British, then make regular Goku Black British. You know, maybe, right. As a matter of fact, you might want to deepen his voice when he transforms, because one thing we've learned is that in Dragon Ball, usually a character's voice deepens a little bit when they go into a Super Saiyan transformation. Now, you could say because Super Saiyan Rose or Super Saiyan Blue or all those godlike transformations are different, maybe it might not have an effect on the voice.
I think he got a little bit, I think his voice changed a little bit to, you know, a more calm tone when he went Rose in the actual anime. But, I mean, such a drastic change is weird, and, you know, I was okay with the voices being different between Base and Rose because, you know, there's stuff with the game files. You can say, like, you know, they didn't change the character model, or, you know, the voice for the character of Goku Black. But the thing is that they recorded new audio specifically for this DLC. So it's like he kept that different voice for the base form. He recorded new audio with that in mind. So that's what's weird to me. I hope that changed for the anime. But, like, overall, I really, it's so different. And it's not really like, you know, how Nozawa does it, where it is another Goku voice, and then it's slightly more sinister, obviously, with Goku Black. But to be fair, at the same time, with Nozawa, she does all of those Goku family-type characters, or, you know, Goku lookalikes, voiced basically the same way, essentially. And that's not something Sean Schemmel does. He only voiced Goku and, you know, Goku Black. And there's other people voicing, like, you know, Bardock, Turles, and all those people. So, you know, I could see it. So I think a lot of people expected it just to sound like Goku, but maybe that's just not the way Sean sees it. And, you know, I can respect it. And for what it is, I do enjoy the voice and how it's presented. And It might just be because I've listened to it a lot of times editing the original video, and I honestly did go back and re-listen to that dialogue because there is really good delivery with some of those lines and how he talks to some of these characters, and it's a good tease of what we're going to see in Super. So I actually do enjoy it overall. Maybe people will grow to like it, and, you know, there's going to be people that are definitely still going to hate it, but for me, it fits, and, you know, I appreciate the job that Schemmel did. For Zamasu, again, that's a voice that, for me, I did enjoy. It is similar to how I kind of expected him to sound, and people say that he's not trying. He sounds like he's like phoning in, he's being lazy. I'm not really hearing that when I hear Zamasu talk. It's kind of hard to describe his voice, but I mean, it's not something that's too unique, but it is something that fits the character, I guess. So I don't really have any problems with that. What about you, Quinn?
Yeah, when I first heard, you know, Zamasu in Dragon Ball Super, I was like, when this guy comes to English, he has to have, like, a devious voice, but not something too creepy and out of the ordinary. Like, he clearly has to have a voice that shows that he's not good, but nothing too out of the ordinary, like, you know, a Frieza or like Cell, like super like, you know, a very well proper character, but he also can't sound like fucking Raccoon.
Right.
So I felt like the
You do well! You do well!
Yeah, and the funny thing about it, guys, just a little bit of an inside, since we're talking about voiceover facts, the Ocean dub version of Raccoon sounded super professional and intelligent, and it was
they
very
changed
weird.
Killa in the Kai dub too for Funimation, so he doesn't sound
and
the
I
same
can
way.
see why, because they made him sound retarded. But the point is, you know, with Zamasu, I feel like they needed to hit a medium, and I felt like his Xenoverse voice is just generic. It's not great, it's not bad, it's just alright.
I think it fits.
Alrighty, guys.
But it fits. It is, like I said, it is generic, like you said, it's generic. But, you know, maybe they could have done something different, but I think, as of now, I think that both actors have definitely given a good effort, and I don't think they're trying to be lazy with it, especially Schemmel, because I'm pretty sure he understands very well this is people's first introduction of the voice. He's not gonna, you know, fudge it up. And it's definitely something that can change with the anime. Maybe they aren't giving them their all. Maybe it will improve in the anime. But for me, I enjoy both of them. And, you know, Quinn, real quick, I want to say that I think maybe a lot of people maybe are a bit hesitant to grasp on these voices for Rose and Zamasu because they're so different from what they've been hearing in Japanese. And especially now, this is a day and age where we don't have all these crazy dubs to listen to for Super. We just have the Japanese, and it's so popular with everyone right now that there's so many people that are listening to Dragon Ball for the first time in Japanese, and they're getting these new characters, and they're only hearing them in Japanese. So hearing them in a different voice is weird to them, I feel like. And I'm not talking about everyone here. It's definitely some people. But, you know, it's like when I grew up with the English dub, I heard the Japanese, and I'm like, what is... Goku sounds like a little kid. Like, but I've grown to love the performance that Nozawa's done. I've loved a lot of those characters in the Japanese voice, so I feel like that might be part of it. What do you think?
Yeah, I would definitely say that nothing could really replicate Nozawa for Goku Black. I think Schemmel's going to do a great job, but I just feel like because she has so much experience, you know, voicing over Goku and his family, she can easily slide into that sinister Goku a lot easier.
And Schemmel's done a lot of Goku voices as well, too. So,
right.
I mean, it's not like he can just go
not
do
to
Super
mention all the
Saiyan 4
experience.
Goku again. Right. And, well, this might be my mentality. I was kind of thinking about this. I feel like with that sort of, I guess maybe Japanese dialogue, I feel like it might be easier to tweak it in a way, and maybe with an English-speaking dialogue, it might be more difficult to tweak it in such a more sinister tone without making it sound like it's from another part of the world, I guess, with, like, British. But I don't really know. That's just my mentality, I guess.
But the thing is, though, Beanie, I think when you look at Goku Black, because he isn't necessarily another... Like, he's not Goku. Like, he is a guy in Goku's body. I feel like that alone, the fact that he is a person who's pretty much abducted another person's body, verifies that he has to have a different sounding voice. And that's why I think that the whole British attempt is at least something that's an attempt.
Right. Like I said earlier, you know, it's Schemmel doesn't voice other characters like he voices Goku usually. I mean, aside from the base form Black, which does still sound a bit like Goku, obviously. It's not like in Japan where those Goku lookalikes, they all are voiced by Nozawa. It's not like that over here, so, you know, obviously there is going to be a different voice, and, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, drop your thoughts down below, guys. What do you think about both voices? I think the main one that people are talking about is really the Super Saiyan Rosé Goku Black. I say Rose still, but, like, I'm trying to switch over to Rosé now, but I still say Rose all the time. I feel like that's the main discussion here, but again, Zamasu, it's still something that I am alright with, and I do enjoy the voice, and some of the lines in the game are really cool. So, drop your thoughts down below, guys. Do you maybe prefer the base form voice of Goku Black? That I know some people do, so how do you feel? Which voice do you prefer out of the two English ones, I guess? You know, I'm sure a lot of people are going to prefer Nozawa overall, but, you know, between the two English ones, what do you prefer? And, you know, again, the one thing that's really weird is just why does bass sound so much different from Rosé, but it is what it is. Any final thoughts, Quinn?
Yeah, I would just say it's an interesting attempt. Overall, I have a pretty indifferent opinion on this. I'm not, like, wowed, but I also am not, like, you know, this is trash. So, it's something to look forward to, and hopefully it improves.
Right. Well, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Do not forget to check out Qaaman's Land channel. Obviously, down below, link in the description. And, of course, I'll catch you guys later.
And please remember to bean, bop, and bop. And remember, as I always say, to beanie, bop, bop.
Splendid. This pain will make me stronger.
You're kind of starting to creep me out.